There is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
That's what I thought. I don't know. I wish I knew who had something new to tell me. Like a quest for me, you know, like a little... an exclamation mark above their head. Or on the map, or both would be great. But, no. I have to talk to 100 different people to look for 3 new things. Yeah, that's awesome.
I am at your service.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Cat, I can smell your breaths. Look at some stinky breath.
Greetings, Inquisitor.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
I just want to hear your voice.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
I love you. What? Nothing. Oh, that's the road that can upgrade it. I've been looking for this. I really wish you'd tell me more of what the differences are. Sure, why not? Flanking? Yeah, unless I'm in control of the warrior, it's not going to be useful. Gotta run all the way down this stupid hallway just to spend a perk. Why can't I access? I thought you said rare. Yeah, keep going.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
Orlesian nobles see politics as a great competition.
Yes, but none of them ever win.
I'm not trying to romanticize him.
How'd you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your guest?
I don't eat.
Well then, just a bottle of a fine Ghislaine White to start.
That was
Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
really, really delayed.
He saw me. They all see me.
I thought like everyone could see you.
I'm glad you've allowed them to.
I don't know if I did. I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
There was a mage named Reese at the spire. He was one of the few who could see me. He was my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Cole, if this is troubling, we don't have to talk about it.
Gentle. You watch me walk into darkness over and over, and you always worry. Thank you. But this isn't about them. It's about... When I found out I wasn't human, When I grew, I lost Reese. I lost my only friend. That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I laughed.
You're laughing at yourself.
Yes. This world taught me that changing means losing your friends. But now I know that doesn't have to be true. I have enough self to know that what I felt was foolish. Isn't it wonderful?
It's another good step, Cole.
I might like being human. What do you think I'll learn next?
I wish I would have known that a long time ago. Because in the beginning, the rifts could be quite tough.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
May I ask how things are, now that you're more human?
It hurts. Everything hurts. Everyone remembers me now. I can only make them miss me for a few heartbeats. But I'm real. More real, anyway. And I understand more than I did.
Why can't you make people forget you anymore?
Because I'm real. The forgetting was for both sides. They weren't... Making people forget was a defense against people attacking. Because I'm real, everything sticks. Whatever people think or feel about me.
I'll talk to you later.
Boring.
If you like.
Who?
Inquisitor, you have done much, but have you the stomach for the Quizquisition?
The what?
It begins now, and there is a timer. Logain MacTier is a hero to some and a monster to others. He was also Terran of which Ferelden settlement?
I believe the answer is Guarin.
Correct.
I
Well played.
totally guessed.
We will continue when I have time and the wind calls me.
What a crazy person.
One quite knew where she came from. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and they're joyful, but she knew the ways of nobler men.
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pocket.
Who is putting up the reward for this?
Don't know. Sometimes it's pass the hat. Sometimes it's I lifted this from Master's vault. Doesn't matter, does it? Job done. Time to get what we're owed.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah. My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Entire song about Sarah. Wow, that's not that interesting.
Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something.
Hope it's not a
The
trap.
people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Quiet yourself. We're here to help.
Help? Had enough help. I complain about a fight and suddenly I'm an agent or something.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vachel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Why would I cast barrier on enemies? That's just stupid. Let's dance.
Oh, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pelharmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me? Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these Red Jennies. You're of noble birth, and as Inquisitor, you are more than a peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
You were up to something in Vachel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt.
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vachel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
Nothing is free. What do you expect from the Inquisition?
Access, Inquisitor. Your diplomat is wisely selective.
Josie has better taste than him, yeah?
Lady Montillier knows a wise acquisition. Or perhaps can be made to see one.
3, 2, freaking done!
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag, pissface. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenut,
Sarah!
piece of...
Sarah!
What?
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day. What? What do you want? Because I'm still angry. Angry face. And you should thank me for stomping the smile off that arse. He was getting in your head.
I did what I thought was best. It wasn't ideal, and I apologize.
What? Really?
Really.
That's right.
Well, good then.
Suck it
Right,
up.
what do you mean? Because I
Jump
am
to the
really
hoops.
not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
Giggity. Trying to get in your pants.
We'll have some differences, but I want to be one of your friends.
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. But all right, Inquisitor. You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
I think you were talking about something else, you know what I'm saying? Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Getting serious about mage stuff, magic, things. How about not so much? Just asking for not so much magic. Great, yeah?
So, you like to have fun. The Inquisition seems an odd fit.
What do you mean? To help people?
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Is your network of contacts still active?
After Lord Arsehole in Vishel? Of course. He may have killed people, but that just means there's more. You should be one of them. But maybe not. So watch out for that.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Ed is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman, but... Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
Doesn't this mean people think you're guilty of more?
I suppose. Does it...
Shouldn't it?
Important people kill over imagined insults. I've made more than enough real ones, so no. I don't suppose it does.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, isn't it? Back, yeah? Always good.
Do you have any worries about how my magic is developing?
Really? You have to ask what's so bad about the magic stuff. I mean, that weirdy talking about night whatevers.
Night Enchanter. Battle magic.
Not helping. I don't understand that stuff. It's scary to anyone smart enough to think for a second. You shouldn't be scary. You're the Inquisitor.
Don't be silly. I'm not that scary.
Oh, ha ha, real funny. Fine, I'm fine with it. Be scary and a shit.
I'll be back if I need you.
Alright,
Go on.
well that interactive cutscene was entertaining.
I wonder who knows pain has tried the game.
310, nice. Just in case I have to split the group up and have to use him. Alright, Kitty, what do you say we beat this thing? Maybe the dragons show up post-game. Post-credits, you know what I mean? Well, oh, good idea. You agree? Okay.
With an illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed. The Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corypheus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvian before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it. All three of you together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
Pep talk. Pessimist. See, I don't know how tough he's gonna sound if I select that.
Remember what Corypheus has done while you plan. Every loss, every setback, every death. Let him learn what it means to be an enemy of the Inquisition.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this illuvion.
Could have picked one person to stay back and shoot. But nope, I prefer guard and barrier generating people because then they can take care of themselves. Because that dragon fight, Solus used all of the potions. He just would not stay out of range. I should have switched to him. Then again, my character may have not used the sword enough to make enough barrier. He may have died a lot.
Inquisitor.
How goes the battle, Captain?
We're holding, barely. The Red Templars are fighting harder than ever with their master nearby. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lord, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
They show me respect, Morrigan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True. You are far more likely to come to their aid than a Chantry fable, but I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within.
Dun dun dun.
Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
If you say so.
Keep forgetting to restock that potion.
Lord Lamarche, we thank Orlais for its swift and steady friendship.
It's to our elven nobility your thanks should be directed. Marquis Briala insisted His Majesty help the Inquisition. As you know, he values her advice immensely.
Without it, Orlais would face Corypheus on its own soil. This battleground is preferable, no?
Doubtless.
Inquisitor, I hear this Illuvian lies in a temple nearby. That's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste keep you safe.
Move everyone immediately if the fighting comes closer.
You may count on it. Good luck.
You've put together an impressive army, Inquisitor.
You're dressed for battle.
If the Herald of Andraste dares the fray, I could hardly stay at home.
Is that Fiona?
Should you risk yourself in battle, Marquis Briard?
Oh.
It's safer here with the Red Templars than home with Orlesian nobles eyeing my back. It would be refreshing to see the blade coming. Sound the charge, Inquisitor. And we'll show Corypheus what comes of interfering in the affairs of Orlais.
Oh, that's what you look like without that crazy red hat on. You're actually kind of pretty cute. Okay. Great. That way. It's blocked off. I have to go this way. Alright, let's go.
Corypheus's soldiers appear to be on the defensive.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Thanks, Morgan. No, I'm not picking those up. Because I'm probably not going to use them. Okay, it's a big level, but there is a certain path I'm supposed to take. I know Vivian has powerful armor, but it looks like she's wearing nothing. I just thought she looked really cool in that Warden Battle Mage armor. Everybody does. You're screwed. Dang, mage on steroids. This is Knight Enchanter is so much fun. Really, just all you need is the Spirit Blade and a couple of the passive traits are good, but Spirit Blade is the best. Ooh. Welcome to the jungle. Yes. I missed. It was too early. Hey, Morgan's fighting with us. Awesome. Oh, you got me. Yeah. She has her own potions. Nice.
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Poor bastards. Corypheus has them dying by the dozen.
Yeah, they were Grey Wardens. Let's follow the river. That could be wrong. This looks like a much safer way down. Oh, the statue. Nope. Nope, I see you, Stormheart. You see me walking by. Ooh, birds.
for the Herald.
Yeah, I'm right here. Look at the next one. Get him, Morgan. Get him. You're welcome.
They fall! The Red Templars fall!
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp. They've got archers on the wall.
By elves.
They do not look like Dalish or city elves.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason
I don't need it.
you return from the Arbor Wilds.
Sweet. It's a lot of fun being this powerful, I'm not gonna lie. Good. That's why I'm here. I follow the river, go to the town, or the ruins, whatever this is. Back up, Arthur, we got this. Curious what they drop. Rally ring, huh? I can't tell who's who. There's so many bright colors. It's so many people. Yeah, I'm not gonna click on it.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Prepare yourself, my dear. It's likely Corypheus will make an appearance.
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear
Sounds like a dragon. Trophy number 9.
Namilana Sabanale.
They still think to fight us, Master.
That must be Samson.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
She doesn't know what that is. Great.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Why don't you back up? So, who died? Or did you just transfer into his body? No way it was that easy. Samson, you know how many hours I've been trying to find you? You and your stupid armor.
It cannot be!
Across the bridge! Now!
Do you know how many dragons we've killed? We can take him. Why are you running? If humans can push the door shut, I was gonna say, how can a dragon not open it? And then I saw the magical light. And the hyben and the lights and the dragons.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an eluvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could Alluvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an alluvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, Darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
He did it on purpose.
How do we kill an immortal?
We'll find a way to stop Corypheus once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how.
And that's why they imprisoned him instead of killing him.
Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Why our dear Empress tolerated that is one of the mysteries of our age.
Why, Madame Vivian? I expected sweeter barbs from a tongue as subtle as yours. Does this place unnerve you so? Or is it I?
You unnerve me as would a cockroach crossing the floor, making me think new accommodations might be required.
Much better.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied accounts of Mythal.
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony. Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exile?
This is a lot for the last level.
Tricked by the dread wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
Is that even possible? How?
With magic, anything is possible. Whatever the truth, the Guardians successfully kept the temple a secret. They must kill all who enter, even the Dalish. A more sensible question might be, why?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
The bugs. The environments are pretty impressive.
It's sealed.
We've managed to open it. Perhaps the altar holds a clue.
What altar? Oh, down there. Okay. I really just want to get straight to the fights.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
I only recognize a few phrases. Ah, a Belisan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
That'd be awesome if that was correct. Oh, I see. You gotta step on all of them without stepping on the same one twice, right?
After you. I insist.
Ooh, that was cool looking. If I had known it was that cool, I would have stopped. Boom shakalaka. Is it a gun? Or dynamite?
Hold them off!
Splat.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
Lady Morrigan was wrong about Corypheus seeking an Illuvian. Do we trust her now? While we dally with rituals, Inquisition soldiers die outside these walls. Down is swifter.
Performing these rituals may mean the difference between reaching the well before Corypheus's minions and not at all.
Why do I think she wants the well?
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
She's giving...
There is a danger to the natural order.
She's giving us no reason to not trust her.
Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
She might be like one of 4 or 5 beautiful women in video games that does not have ginormous boobies. And I still think she's awesome. And very hot. If she only she was real. I mean, there's nothing else over here. Guess not.